Hey again, everybody. I hope you are feeling great today. I am Owen Fox. I'm doing spiritual awareness coaching, applied spirituality, and life coaching. It's wonderful. I'm really excited and enthusiastic, and if I'm available to anybody, just message me on whatever, Facebook or YouTube. But I should really say at the end of the video. It's funny, isn't it? I just wanted to share with you some thoughts I had now on just when I was walking around the place today. I just thought to myself, almost everyone is afraid. Almost everyone is very, very afraid. And I was just thinking that they're so restricted from being so afraid. They're afraid of being true to themselves and just expressing themselves the way they really feel and everything. They're afraid of other people's opinions, other people's judgments and thoughts about them. They're afraid of making a bad impression. They're afraid of not conforming. They're afraid of doing something different. It's crazy. It's so restrictive. They can't have fun. They're afraid of having fun. They can't have fun because they're too afraid. They can't forge good relationships because they're too afraid. They're afraid of speaking their feelings in case they might offend someone. They're afraid of someone else's reaction, someone else's disapproval. What else are they afraid of?
How they look to other people physically, their appearance,
Yeah.
their clothing, their style, their material possessions, their address, occupation. It's just all about approval, acceptance,
Yeah.
being loved.
They're afraid of not being accepted or not being loved and approved.
Yeah.
Well, this is kind of sad in a way. It's fine. It's okay. It is as it is, and we can choose to change it if we want. We can be an example. I want to change it to make everyone more freer and happier, and being able to be free to celebrate life, to have fun, enjoy life, and to express their love and gratitude for one another. So that's where I do accept the way it is, but I also am participating simultaneously as a co-creator in creating a new, different reality. Check out my video on should we change the world or just accept it as it is? That's a good one. It's what I'm talking about now. And also, should we change others or just accept them as they are? That's another good video.
What are the benefits of not concerning yourself with other people's opinions of you? And what are the drawbacks?
Well, I'd say we should care about what other people think of us. In the fact we care for them and we care for the thoughts that they're having and how it makes them feel and how it makes them live, the effect it has in their life. So I care what other people think about me, but I don't live by the restriction of how they think about me. So I care if someone is getting upset and thinking upsetting, anxious thoughts about me. If I'm doing something harmless like walking barefoot down the street, I love this person and I wish that they weren't thinking these thoughts and so happy about it. I care and wish that they'd be happier. But I'm not going to live my life based on their own fears, on their fears and their conditioning, etc.
Their judgment.
Yeah, their judgment and uneasiness. That's their issue to work on, and if I can help them, that's fine. If it's a stranger down the road, I won't get to see them probably. So I'd say we should always care for what other people think about us, but just not live restricted and caged, bonded and bound by what they think of us. So that said, I think we should also be considerate towards other people and not to be totally inconsiderate. We should respect how other people think and feel too, but just use our own common sense and our own intuition and judgment. For me, I do my own thing without being mean, having pure motives and intentions of just having simple, fearless expression of fun, happiness, gratitude and love. Fun, love and gratitude. I express that as fearlessly as I can.
What if you're not feeling fun, love, and gratitude because you're so afraid? How do you break out of it?
Yeah, that's a great question. I actually wanted to talk about that, so thanks for asking. Yeah. Alright, so here's the opposite. What do you do about fear? Are you recording me or are you recording my head?
I'm recording you.
Yeah, what do you do about fear? You can only deal with any fear that you recognise is there. So the process or the thing you can do is first you got to recognize if there's any fear within yourself. You recognize if there's any fear because what's going to happen is if you're afraid of something, you will have an uncomfortable feeling within you, an uncomfortable emotion, and a discomfort. Won't you, Spirit? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is like the wake-up call, the sign to tell you something's happening within you. You feel uncomfortable. First of all, I'd say there's no bad feelings. There's just uncomfortable feelings. All feelings are good feelings, and they're there to wake us up to what's happening within us. Okay. So it's a beneficial thing to wake us up and to deal with things. So if you have a good uncomfortable feeling, I like saying that. Look at it. Look and investigate within yourself. Ask yourself questions like, what am I afraid of? Why do I feel uncomfortable? Am I afraid to say something to the person? Am I afraid to be truthful? Am I afraid to do something I'd like to do? Am I afraid of other person's judgment or opinion or etc.? And then you can find out, yeah, actually, I am kind of afraid or worried about how they'll respond and react. I'm afraid of how I'll be able to cope with their response or reaction. Maybe I'm not as confident as I'd like to be. So when you recognize that you're not as confident as you'd like to be, now you know that you'd like to be more confident, and if you want, you can take steps to being more confident. Because we've been conditioned so much, it's going to take a bit of time to expand your comfort zones gradually. You're not going to become totally fearless overnight. It's going to be a process little by little. So let's say if you're like a bit afraid of speaking the truth about your feelings you have towards somebody, and you can practice doing it. Just do it. Do it a little bit. Like do it a little bit for a minute or 10 seconds, or say one thing that you feel about your feelings towards this person. Share, or if you're uncomfortable about taking off your top at the beach, or going walking barefoot, do it in your garden or your back garden for a few minutes, and then, or in your house, or on the beach, somewhere where it's socially more acceptable. Then you can do it in a park, like here, where I am now. And little by little, you become more and more comfortable. They say the best way to overcome your fears is to face your fears, and I'd agree with that. And do it in small proportions where you get gradually comfortable.
Well, won't society break down if everybody's just fearlessly following their bliss and being happy and loving toward themselves and others? How will we control everybody and keep them going to work and buying more stuff? And
that's a big question.
It was kind of a sarcastic question.
It's not really happening at the moment, and it's not really too important. I'd say the most important thing is, like, how do you feel in life, and would you like to feel better and be more free and happier?
I guess what I was trying to say is, do people owe it to society to conform and to put themselves and their feelings aside in order to keep things the way that they are?
Nah, because nearly everyone is unhappy and not feeling really good all the time. They're generally feeling unhappy or lost or confused in life, in bad, messed up, weird relationships, or else they're sad and unhappy, single and not in relationships, or they're fighting with each other and their family members and co-workers. They're too afraid to communicate effectively because they're afraid to speak their feelings and speak the truth. So we don't owe it to anybody, or I don't think we should do anything. It's a matter of, like, what do you want to do? I don't think there's any shoulds. What do you want to do? So how do you want to create yourself? Like, who are you and who do you wish to be? So
I agree with that.
if you want to be happier, do some stuff that make you happier. Read the spiritual books, look at the spiritual person, teacher, and make friends with people who have what you want and who are going in the same direction as what you have.
And stop listening to the critical voice inside your head and inside other people's heads, because it's not the true voice of anyone.
Yeah.
It's just the voice that we've been conditioned into listening to and adopting.
Yeah, so look at the voice in your head talking fearful words like,
you look stupid.
I shouldn't be doing that. They shouldn't be doing that. I shouldn't do this in public because other people, it's not what you're supposed to do.
What do I look like right now?
Yeah. So just the most important thing to overcoming fears is to face your fears, take little baby steps, to do your best, not to criticize yourself, and to look within and investigate, and look at every uncomfortable feeling that you have, and just see what you're afraid of or why is it making you uncomfortable. That's it. I think we wrap that up, and then
Okay.
So it won't be too long a video or anything. But
It's
wait a
10
minute.
minutes.
Is there anything that you want to add in particular, or?
I guess the one thing that people might be thinking is, okay, well, I could take off my shoes and be less fearful and all this stuff, but what would really be the benefit? Would I really be happier, listening to my fears, or happier doing what I want and being an outcast? And I think you have to answer that question for yourself.
All right.
But I think that what you end up doing when you stop listening to your fears is that you begin to attract freer, happier, more joyful, non-judgmental, expanded people,
Definitely, I agree.
situations, and opportunities, and that would be the hidden, larger benefit to doing these small things. It's not really about alienating everyone around you and not.
Definitely.
It's about what'll come in and take its place. The fears are blocking the blessings.
And in my own life, I think I'm the most, just objectively speaking, not that I'm saying it's good or great, although I think it is very good. In my own life, I don't think I've met anyone probably as fearless as me.
True.
And I've just the best relationships with everybody. I'm extremely happy, and I'm not that I'm lucky. I've had loads of challenges and traumas and crazy stuff happen in my life. But because I'm doing what I'm sharing with you now, and that's to look within and use uncomfortable feelings as a good thing in your life, as a really good thing in your life, for self-discovery and self-mastery and for getting where you want to go, you're going to just get on great with everybody. It's not separating you from anybody, it's connecting you with everybody, because you're no longer afraid of other people. You're free. I don't know, they see you.
You're giving permission to them to be themselves. And
yeah, you're teaching them a lovely thing, aren't you?
yeah, but you're making room for them as well.
Yeah.
You're just making room for more
Yeah.
diversity, more
Yeah.
choices, more love and acceptance and care and friendship and
Yeah.
If
you're afraid of someone, your heart is closed to them because you're afraid they're going to hurt you. So you're not ready and accessible and available for them emotionally and lovingly. I'm available for everybody, because if I was afraid of some people, I'd shut them out, and I'd only want to gravitate towards the people who I'm not afraid of. That's a huge point.
Who you approve of, or who you will be approved of for being around as well. Yeah, you're putting yourself in a prison.
So here we are, ladies and gentlemen. So I'd like to wish everybody a fearless day, a day where they expand on their comfort zones and their comfort boundaries a little bit. And never try too hard to do anything. Don't cause yourself any stress doing this. But it will be a bit of discomfort because you've been conditioned so strongly. But that doesn't have to be stress, it can be just discomfort. Don't try too hard or beat yourself up about anything about this. Try and do it all. They're noisy? That's okay.
Yeah.
Try and do it all in harmony, in peacefulness, inner peacefulness.
And if it makes you feel even braver, just remember that by doing that, you're helping other people to do the same.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're helping more than just yourself. If you take the walls off the prison and start to just live your life, because you only get one. And it's happening right now.
Baby, that's a wonderful thing to say, because you're showing everyone what's possible. That lovely existence and an existence connected with each other is possible, right? Happy and free.
I think we got it.
That's nice.
Don't be afraid. We love you.
We love you. You're great. Just the way you are, even if you're afraid, it's cool.
Yeah.
And even if you get stressed and try too hard to be fearless, that's okay as well. But I'd prefer continuous peace and ease and stresslessness.
Yeah, one more thing. If it's too freaky to experiment on yourself, then just start to pay attention and notice who around you seems more or less afraid.
Yeah.
That's another place to start, where you can just
Yeah.
observe people and witness how they're making their choices and notice what the braver, freer, less limited people are what kind of energy they're emitting, and
Yeah.
use them as a model, as an example. Study other people.
Yeah.
If you can't find yourself.
Good
And then
one.
you'll start to hear your own voice.
Yeah. And thanks for being here. Lots of love and best wishes to you and everyone in the world. Hope everyone expands and becomes free and has fun and shares together in gratitude, fun and love. Okay. Yeah.
Have a great day.
Bye. See you. Bye. Woo-hoo-hoo. Yay. Very good. Very good. Yay!
Is that on the thing?
One more. Very good. Very good. Yay!